Hi guys, this is the review of the Cybergun Sig Sauer sw40f gas blowback pistol. Now, the first thing you'll need to know is that this pistol runs on little CO2 canisters. So you're going to need those in order to operate your gun, along with BBs. Okay, I'm going to start at the front of the gun and work my way back and down. At the front of the gun, you have the blaze orange tip, which is required by law, so you don't want to take that off, even though it can come off, so you might just want to glue that on. Moving back, we have the disassembly levers right here. Now, in order to disassemble your gun, you have to rack the slide, push down on both of them, and push your slide forward. Now, you're going to want to turn your gun upside down so that the internals don't fall out. Here you have the bottom of the gun and the top of the gun. And remember, don't pull the trigger after you take this off, because it's a pain to get the slide back on if you do. Okay, so in the slide, you have the guidance rod with the guidance spring attached to it. Push this forward. And you have the inner barrel, which is where your hop-up is, right in there, and the outer barrel, which is right in here. And, of course, the actual firing mechanism, which is a pain to take out and put back in, so I'm not going to. Now, to reassemble your slide after you've taken everything out, you want to drop in outer barrel, like so, then take the inner barrel and put it in with the large side pointing out, the only way it'll actually fit in. And then push that back and hold it there. And then take your guidance rod, put the little tip part there and the flat part facing towards the inner barrel. And then, to put it back on your gun, you want to slide it over the tabs, like so, and pull back. Moving back farther, we have the slide lock. If you pull back the slide and push that up, the slide locks back. There's also the trigger, of course. And if you pull the trigger when the slide is back, it will not shoot. But if the slide is forward, it will. As you may have seen, there's also an open ejection port. So that's more realistic. Moving down, we have the magazine release. It's just a simple push button. Moving down even farther, we have the safety. Pull it down. Nothing happens if you cock it and pull the trigger. Push it up. And it does. Now, the sights have white dots in the back and a red dot in the front. Or rather, front and back. Either way. Okay, now. The magazine is all metal except for the bottom butt plate, which is most likely plastic with the rubber coating. And it holds 39 rounds, I believe. Yes, 39 rounds. And the CO2 goes into the actual magazine, not the gun. So, to put the CO2 in, you need a flathead screwdriver to go right in there, then twist it and unscrew it. The cap just comes off, metal cap. And you're going to want to put your CO2 in carefully so as not to break the needle on the inside. Like so. And then start to screw in the cap. And then when you can't screw it in with your fingers anymore, use the screwdriver and screw it in as tight as you can until you can't turn it anymore. And sometimes there's a hit, other times there isn't. But the way you can tell is if you press lightly on the gas release valve on the top of the magazine, in the back right there. If you press lightly on it and it does not go in, it is full of CO2 and the seal is broken. Inserting your magazine into the gun is very easy. Just slide it in just like that. Back the slide, and you can just pull the trigger and it'll shoot. I'm now going to give you a demonstration of the blowback. It's a very loud gun, so if you're trying to infiltrate something in one of your wars, it's not really good for that. So, and if you don't glue the orange tip on, then when you shoot it enough, the orange tip will fall off. So that concludes my review of the Airsoft Cyber Gun sw40f.